Hello, my name is Mandy. I am with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today's class is the Command Mobile app overview. So, we are going to cover you as an agent, your access to Command Mobile, what all you can do on there on the go to help make your life and business a little bit easier. If you're here with me live, you can definitely drop questions in the chat. I'll get them answered for you either in real time as we're going through class or after class. I'll stay a couple of minutes with you guys to help get those answered. If you're listening to this back on recording, you can reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com and we'll be happy to help. So, first things first, let's talk about how to download the Command Mobile app onto your phone. You can see in the top left-hand corner of my screen, I do already have it downloaded. That is the Command Mobile app. It's a red square with a white KW. This is different than the consumer mobile app, which would have a white square and a red KW. So just so you know, you as an agent, the one that you'll want to use is the Command app with the red square. I'm going to open my app store here on the screen just so you can see where to go and find this if you need to. If you haven't already downloaded it, we'll just use the search bar at the top and you can simply type in KW and touch search at the bottom right. Now, the first app that comes up here that says KW Real Estate, this is the consumer app. So we'll go down a little bit further and look at the red square white KW that says KW Command. I'm going to touch that. And this is the Command app. If you already have it downloaded, you may see the open button like you see on the screen right now. But if you have not downloaded it, you would see the option to select that there and go ahead and download it on your device. Let's go back to the home screen here. So we already have our Command Mobile app downloaded. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to touch the icon. You may or may not be prompted to log in. If it is your first time, you would use your same logins that you use with Command. So when you go to agent.kw.com, it would be the same logins, same username, same password that you would use there with your Command Mobile app. Now that you're in your Command Mobile app, if you're on a team, you may want to switch over to your team profile or keep it on your personal profile. So let's first go over the top left-hand corner where you would see your name displayed. And if you touch that, you'll get a drop-down menu of options. At the very top, you see the option to choose between your personal or your team account. Whichever one the green check mark is beside is the one that you'll currently view. Below that, you do have a couple of other options here as well. The first is your profile. If you would like to view your Command profile, you can give that a click and see your details and information there. You do have an edit option in the top right. If I click the back button and then touch the name again on the top left to bring us back to that menu, you do also have an option here for a digital business card. I'm going to touch that so you can see it. This is what your digital business card will look like. Someone can scan that QR code and it will prompt them on their mobile device to add you as a contact, or you can click the share button down at the bottom and your mobile device will prompt you with the most recent ways that you've shared information over your phone, like text, email, things like that, maybe WhatsApp, and you can share your digital business card through one of those avenues. I'm going to X this screen. I'm going to touch the top left-hand corner again to go back to that same menu and just point out that you do have an option here as well to share your My KW app link. That is a link that is branded to you for the consumer mobile app. So you can share it right here from your phone with another contact on the go. Great shortcut. We'll touch away from this menu now that we've covered that and review the dashboard here. Notice in the bottom left-hand corner, it shows that the house icon is highlighted. That's because we are on the home screen, aka your dashboard. And everything that you see here are quick links. They're shortcuts. I'm going to show you how to go through each one of these just to review them really quickly with you, and then also show you how you can customize this view on your own app to fit your business. So for us, we have tasks at the top, and you can see they are color coded and show you a number in each box. That's showing you how many tasks you have for each one of those topics. So due today, due soon, past due, we have 46. If I were to touch that box for past due, it'll take me immediately to those tasks that have a past due indicator on them so I can get to them right away. Notice at the bottom of the screen, it now has the task tab highlighted because it moved us right there. I'm going to go back to the home screen by touching the home at the bottom left-hand corner and coming back to the dashboard. So just like when we touch any of these boxes that you have here on your home screen, it will take you immediately to that section. Like just below where it says who to contact, if you wanted to see the leads never contacted, you see that it shows one new lead this month, and there's a number 5 indicating we have leads. You can go ahead and touch that box as well, and it would immediately take you to the contacts tab and show you those specific leads. So this is great way just to touch and go right on the fly when you need to go and see specific information in your command without having to sort through everything. Below that, we have open opportunities. It shows you your little pipeline there, how many we have in the cultivate stage, appointment, active, and under contract. And then below that, things to know, like birthdays, anniversaries, and even your My Profit share. At the top right-hand corner, we're going to touch Manage Layout and show you how to adjust this just for you. And so here you see the eyeball. If the eyeball is teal and open like that, it means that that particular widget is showing on your home screen. So if I don't want tasks to show on the home screen, I can touch the eyeball. It will put a slash through it, and that way you know that it is no longer going to show. It also grayed out that widget. If you want to move them into a different order, you can use the 6 dots on the left, simply touch it, and drag and drop in different orders. Whatever you prefer for your home screen, you can adjust it. And if you want to actually make that visible with tasks again, you would simply touch the eyeball and it should come back visible. There we go. Also, notice in the who to contact and things to know widgets, those boxes are individually shaking. That as well will give you the option to actually close some of those, but still have the contact widget as a whole stay there. So maybe we don't want to see most active. We can touch the eyeball beside that, and it will actually take away that one option. And then also we'll take new leads to claim and remove that as well. Under things to know, we can choose not to show profit share as well. And again, just adjust this for your business how you would like it. Once you're done, you can click save at the top right hand corner and the dashboard will be updated for you. You can see opportunities is now moved towards the top. And now instead of having 6 boxes in the contact area, we now are down to 4. So it does give you a little preview as well, letting you know 3 widgets are hidden. See the little gray type down at the very bottom. So that'll just give you a heads up if you feel like something's missing. You can know that it's hidden and you can always go under manage layout and get that updated. Okay. All right. So also I want to point out the teal plus sign in the bottom right hand corner. The options in that teal plus sign will change depending on which tab we are on at the bottom of your screen. So as we move through these today, I'm going to show you the different options that it gives you. Okay. So from right here on your dashboard, if I'm to touch that teal plus sign in the bottom right hand corner, it's a quick touch shortcut to actually let you do several things, add a contact, I can jump to adding a task, or I can even add an opportunity right here within my Command Mobile app on the fly. I'm going to touch away from that menu because we're going to jump into each one of those today anyway. And so from here, now that we're on the home icon in the bottom left-hand corner, I'm going to touch the contacts icon. It's a little person in the square that will highlight it in teal, and it will bring us right here to our contacts tab. Now I'm going to touch one of the tabs at the top to click over to Smart View. Did you see my screen still? Just a second. There we go. Are we back? All right. Here we go. Okay, good deal. So sorry about that, guys. So right here on the contacts tab, I'm going to touch on the top right to click over to one of our smart views so that we can see our class contact here and just give you some general general orientation of this tab for you. And so right here across the top, you do have contacts, which would show you all of your contacts. You can click on leads that would show you only your leads. Those are the people you still need to have that real estate conversation with. You can see recently active and then also smart views, which is what we've selected here. It allows you to see your contacts listed. You can see below where it says fake name, that's our contact. You also have 3 shortcut buttons here as well. See the phone, the text icon, and then also the envelope. With all 3 of those there, if you give them a touch, it will prompt you to call, text, or email that contact with just a touch of the button. It will use the primary contact information on file for that contact. So some pretty easy touch on the go things here for you. You don't have to dig through the contact to find their contact information. And also, if we were to touch this contact and open it, you'll be able to view all of their information. And you still have shortcut buttons at the bottom as well. See the call, text, and email at the very bottom left? You'll still be able to, again, one touch and reach out to those contacts that way as well. You do have a couple of options in here if you want to work on your contacts from your mobile device. I can mark them as a lead or unmark them as a lead here at the very top with the toggle. You can toggle that back and forth. And then also you have the option to add and remove tags right here. See the add/remove tags link? If I were to touch that, I can come in here, even add a new tag as an option at the top, or uncheck some of the ones that are currently on the contact and check additional ones below that we want to add. Once you're done, you can click Save. If you haven't looked into it yet, there are lead management rules that you can set up within your command account that will actually let you start a contact onto a smart plan immediately just by the tags that are added to the contacts. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely recommend doing that. We go over that in our database overview class. And that way, if you're on the go and you happen to make contact with this particular person and they say, yeah, I would like to hear more, I would like to receive more, you could simply come in here on your Command Mobile app, add that tag to that contact, and if you have lead rules set up, it could automatically add them to a particular smart plan, depending on the tag that you add. So it helps automate your system a little bit for you. And also, you can scroll down and add and remove neighborhoods on this particular contact. I'm going to touch on the add and remove link on the far right where it shows neighborhoods. And from here, I can use the search bar at the top to actually type in a neighborhood name if I'd like. I could also use the little arrow that's in that search bar to turn on locations so that it would pull neighborhoods near me, and we could do it that way. Since we have neighborhoods already pulled up on the screen, all I have to do is touch the white label of the neighborhood name and get three options. It will let me add that neighborhood to this contact. I'm going to touch that first just to show you the option that it does. At the bottom of your screen, you'll notice that it did add that neighborhood, and now the label has turned black and the neighborhood shading is a little bit darker to indicate to you which neighborhood is now added to the contact, and you can do more than one. If we were to touch another white label of the neighborhood, you can also touch View Details. Going to touch that and show you that it should move you over to your branded KW agent site and show you the neighborhood preview. From right here, you get a map of the neighborhood, a market summary, what locals say, and a market snapshot. And then even below this, it will show you properties in that particular neighborhood that you can scroll through, and more neighborhood information, and nearby neighborhoods as well at the very bottom. Now, this is great to have on the fly because if you're talking to someone and that you immediately get into a market conversation, you can easily share neighborhood information with them right here. All you would have to do is touch the send option. Ours for this iPhone just happens to be in the top right-hand corner in the search or the web address bar. See a little square with the up arrow. I could simply touch that and share this link immediately with whoever I'm speaking with or from my device. And that way they'd be able to see this neighborhood. It would be completely branded to you. So no matter what neighborhoods they look at, no matter what listings they look at that come from this link, it would all be branded to you and they would simply reach back out to you for information. So I'm just going to maneuver back over to our command app. And this is where we were on the neighborhoods. I'm going to touch the white label in the neighborhood again and show that add neighborhood. I accidentally touched it. So right here, add neighborhood, view details, and then share details. You can do it directly from here. You don't have to view the details yourself. You could click the share details option and it will prompt you on your mobile device to either text, WhatsApp, or email, whichever forms that you typically use, to share those details of that neighborhood with a person or multiple people. And so Jack has a question. Is monthly neighborhood nurture sent to the customer's same neighborhood every month? If you have neighborhoods listed on that contact, the monthly neighborhoods will show those same neighborhoods and they'll get it once a month. And even if you have multiple neighborhoods, awesome. So even if you have multiple neighborhoods, like if we were to go ahead and let's add the neighborhood that's on our screen here. So now we have two neighborhoods for this contact. They will only get one email every month, and all of those neighborhoods will be within that one email. I hope that answers your question, Jack. Let me know if you still have a question. So now that we've added our neighborhoods, we can click Save at the top right-hand button or top right-hand screen. And then from here as well, remember that teal button on the bottom right changes depending on what tab we're on. Since we're on the Contacts tab that you can see at the bottom of your screen, we'll touch the plus teal sign. And this gives you options from right here within your contact where you can quickly add an activity, a note. You can even create an opportunity, add a task, or even add this person to a smart plan directly. We'll touch away from that option. I'm going to click the back button on the top hand corner. So now we're viewing our contacts tab again, not a specific contact. And just show you that teal plus sign one more time because now when you touch it, it will actually let you create a new contact right away to jump in and start getting that information inputted. We're going to click the X at the top left-hand corner. And now, moving away from the Contacts tab, we'll go over and look at our Tasks tab down at the bottom. And from here is it's the same thing you would see within your Task tab within your Command Desktop view. At the very top, though, you have some quick tabs that you can use. You can view all of your tasks or see only your call tasks. Maybe, again, you're sitting down to do some lead gen or some catch up and you're ready to do that on the phone. You can view all of your call tasks like this, or just your text tasks. Don't say that 5 times fast. And so from here, you can see all your tasks that would involve texting. So you can knock those out. We move back to all here. You do have a search bar and filters that you can use to sort through your tasks as well. Notice at the top right-hand corner, I can select multiple tasks at once and mark them as done, or excuse me, not mark them as done, but I can edit them or archive them. If you want to mark a task off as complete, you would simply touch the checkbox to the left of the task. It marks it green, folds the task out of the screen, and then says task marked as complete. And you do briefly have an undo button there. I don't know if you saw that at the bottom of your screen. I'll do it again, just so you can see you do have an undo button populate just for a few moments there if you need to grab it. As always, your task actually goes as archived or completed, so it doesn't ever delete completely as soon as you mark it done. So when you mark it done like that, it would show as a completed task within your desktop version of Command, and you'd be able to retrieve it. We can always go here to our filters at the top right-hand corner and come here to view task status, view completed, apply at the bottom, and this would show us, you can see our tasks that were completed just a moment ago at the top of the list right there. If by chance you happen to mark them by accident and you needed to uncheck them to bring them back active, you would simply touch the checkbox beside them again, and it moves that task back as incomplete. We do have that undo button again at the bottom. So that's just a little way that you can manage your tasks from right here at the Command Mobile access. As I'm looking at our tasks here, let me change our filter back to look at to do, hit apply. There we go. So we're not looking at completed tasks. We're looking at ones that still need to be done. I just want to show you the 3 dots to the right of the task. When you touch that, it does give you some options, again, to just further manage your tasks here. You can easily mark it complete that way as well. You can edit the task and even reschedule or view the contact and archive it. I want to show you the reschedule option. Chances are more than not when you're on your Command Mobile app, that may be something that you're having to do. So we'll touch to reschedule, and it instantly gives you a rolling calendar that you can go ahead and change the date and the time. And then you click confirm, and a confirmation that that task has now been rescheduled. Okay. Also, the teal plus sign on the bottom right-hand corner. Now that we're on the Tasks tab, if I were to touch that, it immediately prompts you to create a new task, and you can do that from right here within your Command Mobile app. You would enter the fields like the name, the description. You can add in any hyperlink that you would like. And you still have the same option like you would on the Command Desktop to add or remove a link to either a contact or an opportunity. You can see that in the top right. And as we come on down, you have the options to schedule these. And notice the repeat option down at the bottom. This has been an update within the past few months of adding a repeating task that you can do. So you can touch that field and choose to have the task that you're creating right here repeat as many times as you would like, as often as you would like. Maybe it's a particular client and you want to make sure that you're keeping up with them and keeping touch every few days until they're ready to have an appointment with you or what have you, you can go ahead and set up a call task to call them every week on Wednesday or even daily. Whatever it is that you would like to do for your task, you have options here to create them as repeating. Once that's done, you would have a task for it the first time, mark it complete, and then the task will repopulate itself immediately with the new due date of when you should have it due again. Great, another way to automate your system here. We'll go ahead and X at the top left from creating this new task. And now let's look at the notification bell at the bottom of your screen. The little red bubble shows you how many unread notifications you have. Currently, we have 17 on our Command Mobile. And this should look exactly like your notifications within your Command Desktop version. Just want to point out some really neat things as well. If you're on the go and you get a notification about something that you want to follow up with later, like let's look at the first notification. It's talking about getting your tickets, right? So let's say you're in the middle of something right now and you can't handle it, but you don't want to forget. You can tap the three dots in that notification and it gives you options. See the add task option? I can immediately click add a task. It pre-populates that notification in the task description for me. And all I have to do is name it and choose the due date, which it already applied for me, but I can choose a different one if I want. And once done, click save at the top right. And now I have a task created for myself so that when I come in later, I'll make sure that I don't forget to get my tickets. You can do that for the notifications you see here. Notice that it also marked the notification as read and has moved it out of our unread status, and our notification bell at the bottom went to 16 instead of 17. So you get to complete several different things right there within that one motion. Any of the teal writing that you see on these notifications are still clickable links, just like they would be within your Command Desktop version. You can simply touch the teal writing, like right here on the second notification that says go to opportunity. If I were to touch that, it immediately actually, bless it, it should work. So what it should do is take you to that opportunity. What it attempted to do on my screen is actually go in and access the web version of Command instead of jumping to the opportunities here within my Command mobile app. That's a device issue. That's on my device issue. So within yours, you should be able to access that. So now from the notifications down at the bottom, let's look at the sandwich menu in the bottom right-hand corner. It's 3 lines, looks like a little sandwich. If we touch that, we actually have some new updates here, guys, to cover for the first time here in class. The first one that I'm going to show you is opportunities at the top. That one has always been a standard within this menu. We'll cover that first. Touch opportunities, and it brings us right to our opportunities sales pipelines. Notice across the top, I can either view my pipeline like I see it here on my screen, or I can touch all, and that will show you all of your opportunities, no matter if they're open in a sales pipeline or if they're closed. You will be able to find them here underneath the All tab. And then they do have a closing soon tab as well. If you have any opportunities with closing dates that are coming up that are already on the opportunity, they would show here. And going back to pipeline on the top left-hand corner, I just want you to see that you do have some customization options that you can do here. Ours is showing sellers first, buyers second, landlords, and then tenants. At the top right-hand corner, we have an option to manage the layout. We'll touch that. And from here, it's going to work very similar to your dashboard. Left hand side shows 6 dots where you can touch and hold and drag and drop or the eyeballs on the right-hand side. This time they're grayed out or they're gray, but if you touch the eyeball, like I'm going to touch the one beside landlords, it will still give you that same slash mark and gray out that bar, letting you know that that will no longer show on this tab. So maybe you don't work in rental property, but you do handle listings and buyers, and you want to see your buyers first. So we've just adjusted that layout to show that. We can click save in the top right-hand corner. And then from here, you actually can click the teal plus sign as well right here. And then you can create a brand new opportunity, fill in the fields, and click save in the top right-hand corner. I'm going to click X from right here and go back to our opportunities pipeline. And I'm going to go ahead and touch into one of our pipelines. So we'll just do our buyer's pipeline here and touch our appointment. And it gives you just a little bit of a different view for that sales pipeline. Notice you can still see the phases across the top. And also at the bottom or underneath that, you will see the different opportunities in each one of the phases and the stages. So our opportunities do have the 6 dots on the left-hand side showing that you can drag and drop them into new stages, but also if I come up to the top, I can drag them into a new phase as well. So you can move it wherever you would like. Give it a second to update. There it is. And it took us to that new phase, and we can see that particular opportunity listed there. So you can move your opportunities like that on your Command Mobile. You also can access their checklist. You can see that here on the opportunities on the right-hand side where the little check mark and lines are. If we are to touch those checklists, it will open that checklist for that particular opportunity. And you can actually complete your tasks here, add more, or even edit them and add notes for this opportunity if you would like from right here within your Command Mobile app. Okay. You do have the option as well, like I was talking about rescheduling. You can tap the 3 dots and you still have that rescheduling option right there for that task if you'd like to. Okay. So I'm just going to maneuver back on the top left-hand corner to go back and back again to right here for our opportunities sales pipeline. Now let's go back to that sandwich menu in the bottom right-hand corner and tap map from here. This is one of the newer features I was telling you about. This will actually let you view a map. And because I don't have locations turned on, it did go to this particular view. So I can simply start zooming in, and you can zoom into any area until you actually start to see the white labels of the neighborhood. See the neighborhoods start to populate? But if I keep zooming in till I can see the actual names, there they are. There's one. Let me see if I can get a few more in the view. There we go. So this looks very similar to what we saw when we were looking at our contact and adding a neighborhood, right? Well, this is a shortcut button that is right here within your sandwich menu. You can jump to the map, search any area, or turn your locations on so you can see the areas around you, view those neighborhoods, and you're going to have the same options from here to touch the white label of the neighborhood and get the 3 options. Notice at the top option though, instead of adding this neighborhood to one particular contact, now you have the option to add a neighborhood to multiple contacts at a time. This is big. Up until this point, even in the command desktop version, you've only been able to add a neighborhood manually to one contact at a time, and now you can do multiple. If we were to add neighborhood to contacts, we can touch that one option at the top. It will show us all of our contacts. And from here, you can simply just check off the ones that you want to add the neighborhood to and click save in the top right-hand corner when you're done. Okay. So let me select our folks here and touch save at the top right. And neighborhood has been added to 2 contacts there. You can see at the bottom. Okay. So that's a great shortcut now that is here on your Command Mobile app. Jack, you had asked earlier, how many neighborhoods can you add? We have not seen a limit yet. We have contacts that have over 30 neighborhoods added. The only thing that I've seen it change is when the biweekly or the monthly neighborhood nurture smart plan does go out to them. You will have 3 dots at the bottom of the email that says view entire message, just because it will be a little longer than normal to hold all of those neighborhood previews. And the contact will just want to click view entire message. So that's what we've seen change just a little bit. Jack has another question, and the smart plan switches the sent neighborhood automatically every month, or I must specify one. So as long as they're on the monthly neighborhood nurture or the biweekly neighborhood nurture, any of the smart plans that are on that contact at the time that that email goes out, those are the neighborhoods they will get updates about. And the contact, like the data and the listings, are all updated in real time. They'll be live. It doesn't send the same listings out every month, if that's what you're meaning. Um, it'll be whatever is active on the MLS at that moment within that neighborhood. Let me know if that doesn't answer your question. So over here on the, okay, awesome. Good, Jack. So I'm going to touch on the left-hand side of my screen here to go back. And we can go all the way back to the home page if you'd like. I'm just going to touch the home icon. You can do this from any tab though within your Command Mobile app, but just to give us a central location here to help you navigate, I'll just come back to the home screen and we're going to touch the sandwich menu again on the bottom right-hand corner and explore KWIQ, also dubbed Quick. This is AI that is now available within your Command Mobile app. You'll also see this on your Command Desktop version, the teal icon, circular icon in the bottom right-hand corner. This is AI. It's an AI assistant to help you. It does have prompts already created here towards the top where you can touch them and get the answers for those if you would like. Or as you can see down at the bottom, you can simply ask a question and hit send. Something important to remember, this is giving you general business information or KW facts. It cannot technically compute your business or your production, your GCI, things like that. But it can help you in learning different things about business and about KW. Um, so definitely encourage you to come and use this if you want. And ask those questions. You can see at the top right-hand corner, you do have a history where if you ever want to go back and look up an answer it previously gave you, you can do that. 9 out of 10 times, it will give you a thorough answer. There are some times when it does let you know it hasn't learned about that yet, and it suggests that you reach out to KW support for more information. So we're going to X out of this at the top left, touch our sandwich menu one more time, and that you do have command training there below it if you would like to see more of that. And just below that is notification preferences. I want to touch that and show you where you can adjust your notifications from right here on your Command Mobile account. Each section is a clickable link. So if I want to adjust the notifications that I'm getting for my contacts, I can touch the contacts on your screen. And you have 2 options. Left-hand column is going to be in-app notifications. Those are the notifications you'll see on the bell notification at the bottom of the screen. The push notifications, that's the little bubble. I'm going to go back to my home screen here and show you. See the 15 in a circle on my app? That's what's considered a push notification. It will populate a bubble on your app here on your home screen, letting you know you have notifications to check. So just traveling back here to our Command Mobile. So You can choose which one you want or which one you don't want. You do not have to have both or either. If you want to see notifications and you want the push notifications, you can select all at the very top and it will select it for everything that is within that column and puts a check mark in each one. If you do that or make any changes, you'll just want to hit apply at the bottom before you move away from this screen. This really helps, especially when it comes to getting a lead. If you want to get a notification on your mobile device, definitely recommend turning on those push notifications so that you'll see it on your app when the leads come through. And that way you can be a little quicker at getting back in touch with those. So we'll just touch apply. And again, you can go through all of these notifications and make adjustments as you prefer. Okay. All right. And that is it for your Command mobile app overview, guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. If you're, again, listening to this back on recording, you can always reach out to us with any questions at support@scottleroymarketing.com. And if you're here with me live, go ahead and drop your questions in the chat. I'll be happy to stay for a few minutes and help get those answered. Thanks for watching.